He's now adding a second and looking to double that. Last time I spoke with Dane in the private Facebook group, he said his profit margin was currently at 48% and was looking to improve on it. So in this instance, he was currently making around $20,000 per month in profit on average based on his monthly sales of $41,510, which is around $250,000 each year that he would get to take home in his pocket. However, he says that he had his record day, which was $3,245. So if that continued, he'd be making almost triple that and hitting near the $1 million mark. So actually, you know what? Thinking about it, Dane even taking home $1,500 a day in profit in less than 1 day is more than what most people get in a whole month from working 8-hour shifts every single day. And also, I can guarantee when he had that record day, he probably wasn't absolutely doing anything. So Sterling is another one. Before Amazon, he tried so-called other business opportunities, including affiliate marketing and forex trading, and they all failed. He tried one more time because of his friend, this time with a real business opportunity on Amazon, and he hit over $1 million in sales in just 1 year. Well, just over 1 year, and his profit margin is 57%. That's $361,784.23 in profit in 15 months. So he took home, on average, $24,000 per month since starting his own Amazon business. So typically, we say between 45% and 50% profit margins. I see people do a lot more than 50% a lot of the times, and sometimes it's less than 45%, but that's okay. So when you look for products, you want products that every time you sell it for, say, $20, you put $10 in your pocket. If it sells for $40 on Amazon, then you put $20 in your pocket for every single time that product is sold. Now, the best products have the right amount of demand for you. Demand is relative. Write that down. My demand and your demand are completely different. Demand depends on what you want out of life today, this short term, or what you're aiming to get out of life in the long term. Use Francisco as an example. He said, it took me around 4 weeks to do $2,400 in sales. Then another 2 weeks to do $3,400 in sales. So as of today, I was hoping to reach $5,000. He then goes on to say, I set a goal when I started this new Amazon business to be earning an income of at least $2,200 per month after 12 weeks of doing this program. So I sat down and worked out to achieve this, I'd have to sell around 4 units per day. So Francisco picked a product that he thought to himself, if this thing only sells 4 units a day on a worst case scenario, I will still meet my goal of $2,200 per month. What an amazing approach. Picking products based on how much money you want to make. He didn't just hit his goal of $2,200, but the product he picked produced over $7,000 per month. So how do you measure demand so that you can get an idea if this product is actually going to sell, 3 units a day or 10 units a day or 20 units or 100, 500 and so on? Here's how you do this. And this is what makes Amazon so unique because there's almost no guesswork here. A lot of other companies like to hide their data and they like to trick you into believing something it is what it really isn't. Well, Amazon is nothing like that. Amazon is very open and very transparent. It starts with top level categories. Now, I recommend when you private label a product and sell it on Amazon, you start in one of these 16 categories because I have made millions and I have created millionaires in each and every one of these categories. So I know for a fact they are fantastic categories to sell in. And in any one of these 16 categories, they rank each and every product from first to last, and they're updated every single hour on Amazon. It's known as the best sellers rank, or as the cool kids call it, BSR for short. Now with this, I could tell you in the electronics category, or the toys category, or the babies category, in the last hour, who sold the most and who sold the least. I could tell you who sold the second most, the third most, the fourth most, the fifth most, and so on. So if I were to look at this listing, this product here is a digital meat thermometer, I could tell you that in the category of kitchen and dining, when I last looked at this listing, they were the 152nd best seller in kitchen and dining in that hour on Amazon. So if you have an idea of what that means, then you know how many units this thing is selling. 152nd in kitchen and dining on Amazon, you know what that is? That's at least 150 to 200 units per day. But these days, I would actually say around 300 units a day. That's a $2 million business with one single private label product. Okay, so this is how you would know products like this will have the ability to sell this much. Now, here's what I recommend. Now, again, my goals and your goals might be very different. I would pick a product based on the type of income stream you want to show up in your life. I like to make things very real and very specific because unclear targets do not get hit. Now, repeat that after me because it's so important to your success. Unclear targets do not get hit. So let me give you a specific target to hit. What's your dream car? Truth be told, I'm not really a car guy, but I've been fortunate enough to have driven some of the nicest cars around, and to be honest, I've owned my fair share of them. But if I had to pick a favourite, I'd be boring just seeing my supercharged Range Rovers, as it's great for the dogs. So let's just say your car was the Audi R8. That was your dream car. Now, it might not be your favorite or dream car, but whatever your dream car is, let's just say your payment every single month for whatever beautiful vehicle you desire in your driveway or wherever you park is $1,464 per month, which right now is what an Audi R8 would cost per month on a lease. What type of products could easily meet that lease payment? So while doing the briefest amount of research, and I'll tell you, a lot of success on Amazon these days is just having access to insider information, well-kept secret formulas, tools, software, and intelligence just most Amazon sellers don't know or ever get access to. So here's a software tool called Kaching Software Suite. Now, my team built this for my own personal Amazon businesses. It's a very expensive tool, but it was worth every single penny. Now, this is just one small function of this tool, but for example, I can just input a series of numbers and say, give me results for products that can meet my goals. So here's an insect repeller. And what's interesting about this product is that it sells for $35.99 on Amazon. And it's not even a 4-star rated product. It's rated below the average product on Amazon, which is 4.4 stars. It's only got 60 reviews and the best sellers rank is 2,183. Yet, the estimated sales on this insect repeller is 11 sales a day. That's $381 a day in revenue. So let's assume a worst case 40% profit margin. That's $4,572 in profit that goes into your pocket each month for just one single private label product. That's an Audi R8 payment with $3,100 left over. What about these? Silicone wedding rings. I did not even know these existed, yet they have only 66 reviews and are selling them on Amazon for $14.87 and are averaging 26 unit sales per day. Now, what's amazing is the profit margin for this is on average 70%. That's $8,000 per month in profit for one tiny little private label product. Again, that's an Audi R8 payment with $6,500 left over in your pocket. Here's a hand sprayer. It's got 0 reviews, not 1, 0, and yet it's still selling 52 of them a day. People say to me all the time, Jay, do you not need a lot of reviews to make money on Amazon? No, not necessarily. When there's a lot of demand for a product and there's very few people selling it on Amazon, people don't put a lot of thought into their purchasing decisions. And if you're not sure of that, then I highly suggest you take a look at your own Amazon purchases right now, go into history, because I can almost guarantee there'll be at least 1 or 2 purchases in there that you just thought, oh, that looks cool, and you bought it without thinking. Just like these people do. It's also known in this game as an impulse buy, and we love impulse buyers. So, that 0 review hand sprinkler with a worst case scenario of 40% profit margin would give you $8,568 per month in profit. That's an Audi R8 payment and $7,100 left over in your pocket. Same goes with this Silicon Team Fuser set. Only 51 reviews and it sells $378 of them a day. With a worst case profit margin of 40%, that's still giving you $4,536 in profit. That is an Audi R8 payment with $3,000 left over. Here's a watermelon slicer. Again, I did not know that is what people would want. I didn't even know there was a thing such as a watermelon slicer. Yet, there's clearly demand for it because it has a measly 17 reviews and it's selling a whopping 62 units of them every single day. That's $1,235 in sales per day of a random watermelon slicer. It's insane. So again, with a worst case profit margin of just 40%, that watermelon slicer is giving you an insane $14,820